We finally got some more maps in ranked play, but they took out the best one? What's on, guys? J Hoyt back with you. Today, welcome back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. We are back on ranked play, and this time we are on a new map. This one is called Vista, and it is one of the two, I believe it is, new maps, 3 maps in the game now. So that's super exciting, right? We got some new maps in, we updated the map pool a little bit, even in the CDL, you know, people are playing the new maps already. So we do appreciate that, right? Love that, right? Yes. However, here's the thing, right? So we are, at least in control, we are down to, I think it's 2, maybe 3 maps as an option. And with those limited number of maps, doesn't really create for a lot of variety. Either you play this one or you play that one. So whichever one you play, that's it, right? There's no, map pool. There's just that one. That's the one you're playing. But here's the problem, right? So we have the new maps in the game. We have Vista. We have Departures, which I have actually not played in ranked play just yet. So I'm waiting to get a gameplay on that one. And then also, we took out maps, right? So we took out Skid Row Hardpoint, which arguably, is my favorite map in this game, right? After finally figuring out how to play it, they removed it. And then they put in 2 maps. Now, don't get me wrong. I want new maps in. Absolutely. But the problem, why do we take out maps? Just keep them in, right? Just keep them in. Have them playable, but maybe we just don't have it selected for the CDL rotation or whatever. But keep it in ranked play because, like I said, it's a really good map, at least in my opinion, and most other people's opinion. But we kept an Invasion. What a snooze fest that is. Invasion still in the game, but not Skid Row. Now, the other one we took out was, I think it was Terminal Hardpoint. Not Hardpoint. Terminal Search, which was terrible, in my opinion. Absolutely awful. Arguably the worst map of the game. Which is great, right? We added in Rio, so we have that in Hardpoint and Search and Destroy. We have Departures in the map, I think for, is it Hardpoint and Search? And then Vista's in for Hardpoint and Search, I think. So, we have some new maps, like I said, which is always great. But we don't need to take out other maps unless they are as bad as a Terminal or as another map that does not play as well as people think it does. Now, obviously, pro players are going to figure out how to move throughout the map and figure out how to rotate throughout and figure out what spawns they need to be in and figure out what kind of the best, positions to play are. And they're going to figure all that stuff out. But as far as, the casuals or the, I'll say somewhat casuals like myself that will play ranked play, still play a little bit of competitive and not be playing, pro level, Call of Duty, we still want maps we're gonna somewhat like. So we'd like for them to stay in the game. And the other hard thing too is with the new maps in the game, which again we love, but the problem is how much have they been tested for competitive? Because if you were to ask me kind of what maps or anything should have been removed, Skid Row would have been arguably the last map. I would have said, yeah, maybe we'll take that one out. No, that was arguably the last. And then you have other maps and modes, or at least the map and mode combination, that don't play well at all. And we want those out, but we don't get those out, right? We get the good maps. So, like, who is making that decision, I guess, is the next big, part of this, is who made that decision to take out Skid Row. Terminal, totally understand. High Rise should be the next map to go, but we need a good control map to replace that. And we just need better maps in general, right? The 6-star, which is, I forgot about that one. 6-star is another map in the game, which, we're still figuring out, right? Not we, but, the whole community is still figuring out and still trying to figure out if that is a, good competitive map or not. So that's still in the process of that. So I still have kind of mixed opinions on that map. But in the meantime, we're stuck with Vista. We're stuck with Departures. I shouldn't say stuck with. That sounds bad. But, we have those maps in the game, which is good, right? We're learning those maps. We played it maybe once or twice. But then, in ranked play, here's what we don't want, right? And I know this is a very not good take on this, but the amount of people that play ranked play and actually want to play Search and Destroy is very slim, right? And I know here's the difficult part of this is ranked play. You're trying to get a competitive experience, right? That's why you're on ranked play. You're trying to compete. You're trying to play a competitive environment with no really, crap in the game, no riot shields, no stupid stuff in the game. And that's why you come to ranked play. And it's 4v4 and all that stuff. And we want the best competitive experience, which I get. Search and Destroy is part of the game. That's where I started, right? I started playing out Search, back when, UMGs and MLG game battles and all that stuff was a big thing. And more recently, we haven't really been, seeing much of that scene really thrive, mainly because I think it was UMG shut down, MLG game battles shut down, and then I think there was some more, sites like that have shut down. So they've been kind of, been less and less and less, and haven't really played them a whole lot. I know every year Ben wants to play, and I'm always down to play, but it's just like, for what I care of playing, this year's Call of Duty or playing competitively, it's like ranked play is as much as I want to go anymore. Like, I don't really want to scrim. I don't want to play in these random tournaments. I mean, if there was like a cool tournament or something, but you get the kids that play like complete rats that will only play like their life depends if they win that game or not, and they don't play smart, which is always the hard part, right? People just play for kills. They just jump out, red dot chase, and that's just part of learning new maps, is to figure out where to play. And, we had one kid, and this was it yesterday or the day before? Within the last couple of days, Ben and I were playing ranked play. We got in, I think it was Departures. Maybe it was Search. Maybe it was Hardpoint. I'm not sure. I think it was Hardpoint. Yeah, because he complained about us not getting spawns or something. And it was like the first day we actually had the game out and we were playing. And he was like, yeah, rotate to the next hardpoint. It's like, bro, I don't even know where the next hardpoint is, let alone, how to rotate correctly to that hardpoint. So you can't get mad at people when you don't play the map, right? You can't, say crap when the map's been in the game for a day, maybe two, and you're like acting like this has been out for years, and everybody should just know how to play that map by now and how to rotate correctly and where to be positioned and where to, kind of push out spawns or where to do whatever. And you're making it seem like we're experts on this. It's like, no, we just started playing the map like yesterday, and that just is not how that works. It just doesn't work like that. So I guess we'll kind of figure out a little bit of these maps as we go and figure out where to play and how to play and, all that fun stuff on these new maps, including Vista. And actually, I was super pumped when I did get this gameplay because we actually fried. I think we top fragged in this one as well. But we played pretty well. We rotated pretty well. We had really good kind of map awareness of kind of where to go and what to do. Not necessarily the best routes, and obviously figuring out, haven't really played it too much. But I think we did pretty well in this map, right? We were shooting pretty well as well. I don't think we were playing Ben on this one. I think we were solo queued. Yeah, not playing with Ben. But still, had a pretty good experience with this map. Only playing it a couple times. I don't want to give a full, yes, no on this, because again, it's new, it's brand new. We're still, learning how to play it and still figuring out how to rotate on it and still figuring out, where to be positioned, where to get spawns, where to push out spawns, where to go, for the next hard points, and all of that fun stuff. So you know, the more we play it, the more we're going to learn, the more it's, you know, we'll play well, and the more we'll have some fun with it. So, you know, I'd like to say that, you know, I want to give a full, you know, map review, but again, it's too early in the game. It's too, you know, it wouldn't be a proper informed, you know, not decision, but informed kind of judgment on this map that, you know, is, you know, the new map. So, right, we come down to the wire in this one. You know, we're 210 to 205 late in the game, and our team actually plays pretty well for the most part. We're playing well, where we're trying to get the win here. And the other thing too that I forgot that I just saw in the game is the weapon changes. And we haven't really talked too much about the weapon changes yet, but the MCW got a nerf, the rival got a nerf, and now everybody's using this WSP, or people call it the Wasp, for some reason, and I will never understand how this was allowed, but they allowed this gun to be in the game. And not just allowed this gun to be in the game because of the fast fire rate, like it's an all-around sub, even though it's like, you know, what do they call it, like the MP7, MP9, whatever it is, and they allowed this gun to be in the game with a 100-round mag on the gun. 100 rounds on a submachine gun. Could you imagine that? Like, this isn't like some crazy custom weapon, you know, in Call of Duty Mobile or something. This is in ranked play allowed. Now, I almost guarantee, as far as competitive goes, even if people do decide to use this gun, that a 100-round mag will 100% be banned in the end of it. But I'd like to see a little bit more diversity with the guns. But, and you know, it's a little tough right now with, you know, the MCW and the rival have been the kind of king gun so far, and now we're adding in a new gun, so now we gotta figure out where that gun comes into play. So we finish off this map nice and easy, not easy, but a well-fought victory, 37-21, got him about a minute in the hill as well. We end up winning the map, and we had a good time on the new map as well. But that's going to do it for today's video. If you did enjoy, hit the like button down below if you haven't yet, or if you're brand new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, help the channel grow. And as always, guys, we'll see you in the next one.